Hey guys, what's going on? ThePrideOfLDN here. You guys know what to do. As always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, don't forget to hit the join button down below if you want to support the channel. I appreciate everyone that does. Thank you very much. Let's get into today's video. So we're starting off with done deal. Chelsea ace completes a season-long loan switch with an option to buy. And as you can see pictured, this is about Victor Moses. And man, the guy had his stint under Antonio Conte, man. Like you see here, he did shine under Antonio Conte, where his hard-running and relentless approach made him a standout under the Italian. But he has been loaned out 5 times already at Chelsea, and he's going on for a 6th, and he is going to the Russian giant Spartak Moscow, and they've confirmed they've signed him for the season. They're going to state there's an option to buy in the deal, and it sounds like they plan to play him on the right wing during his stay there. So Victor Moses, does he have a future at Chelsea? No. He's aging now. Like, it's getting to the point where if he really was going to be that guy that breaks into the Chelsea team at some point, it would have happened already. It probably would have been from when Antonio Conte used him. It probably would have progressed onwards from there, but it never has, and it looks like he's just going to be another member of the loan army, just like I think most people sort of figured he was. It's a shame for him, but I mean, it works for everyone because, you know, being on Chelsea's books, he has the opportunity to get offered to these bigger clubs. Like, maybe he never would have made it to this level had he not joined Chelsea and just been in the loan army, and people say it's a bad thing, but in the end, you know, it works. You know, we're developing players, we have the chance to keep players on that actually play well and that we want to keep, and then he also has the chance to progress his career by going to places that, you know, might not have reached otherwise. So either way, good luck to Victor Moses. Hope he has a good season. Then we have news on the whole Callum HudsonOdoi talks that were rumoured to be going on during this summer transfer window. Nobody really knew what was happening. Were Chelsea looking to sell him? Were Bayern really going hard in the paint to try and get him? Did Callum want to go? Well, Bayern Munich chief Hassan, not going to try pronouncing that, confirms Callum HudsonOdoi talks. And as you can see further down here, he was heavily linked with a move to the Allianz Arena ahead of the 2019-20 campaign, but he ultimately signed a 5-year deal with the Blues. It was called into question in the last stages of the recent transfer window, with Bayern said to be attempting to bring him to Munich. He's now confirmed that the two teams were in discussions over the England international, but a deal could not be agreed. And he was quoted saying, "There are transfers that come to a point where you have to say, we have to leave this immediately." He told Bild, "It is more important that one thinks about the alternatives or alternative paths right from the start. We negotiated with Chelsea, but there was no agreement. That happens." And then basically that's it. So we know that there was actually quite a bit of talks for Callum HudsonOdoi to be leaving. Bayern were definitely interested. They were talking with Chelsea, but it says there's no agreement. So I guess Chelsea maybe were looking for a buyback clause in there, maybe for a loan with no buy option at all. That possibly would have been what Chelsea were looking at, because I think Chelsea really do have a lot of faith in Callum and see that he is a promising young talent that is going to come good one day. And I'm sure this season, hopefully, we can keep him recovering from his injury still and getting back to what we sort of saw from him before. We'll see a great Callum HudsonOdoi, and I'm glad that Chelsea have done this, because had they gone out there and said, you know what, Bayern, you can have him, give us 50, 60 million or something crazy, and you can have this like 19-year-old kid that is sort of unproven, but you know, we've seen glimpses of his greatness and does have high potential. So very good to see that Chelsea aren't looking to sell on our best assets. I'm sure come the summer and, you know, future transfer windows, there are always going to be talks for a player like Callum HudsonOdoi, because he is only 19. Let's remember that. Like, he gets a lot of stick sometimes. He is only 19 years old. He's younger than me, and he's playing, you know, professional football at the top level for Chelsea, a top club. So I'm glad Chelsea didn't end up selling him. Sort of sounds like there was no negotiation really going on. It was sort of like Chelsea saying, look, we'll maybe allow a loan. That's about it. You're not getting him. And I'm glad that they took that stance. Then we have Sky Sports reporting here. This is a crazy one. Chelsea reportedly planning a stunning summer swoop for Borussia Dortmund star Erling Haaland. And of course, we all know about Erling Haaland. Norwegian is absolutely smashing it on the international stage at the moment, and he is apparently a target for Chelsea. And whether that means that, you know, it's initially I saw this and I was like, okay, really? We just bought Timo Werner. Are we really going to go and get Haaland, who is obviously an out-and-out striker? Unless the plan is to play Timo Werner on the left, which we have seen him play recently, and he does play well coming in from the left. I think he likes it there. Callum HudsonOdoi at cam, someone like Hakim Ziyech right wing, and then it would be Erling Haaland up front, and that definitely is a possibility. It's sort of, you know, what does Tammy Abraham think of this is a different question. Is he going to be happy with that? I wouldn't think so. is basically shutting him out of the squad, because then if Erling Haaland's injured, then you'd probably end up putting Callum HudsonOdoi in the left wing and Timo Werner up front. So that leaves Tammy Abraham as a third choice striker, and he's not going to be happy with that. As a Chelsea fan, would I be happy to see Haaland playing for my club? Yes, he is an insane talent. He's obviously so young, but he's still, he's got such a good frame. He's physical, he's tall, he's got an amazing eye for goal, he's got an amazing eye for assists as well. This guy really is the complete package, and a player that I would love to see at Chelsea, but that would surely spell the end of Tammy Abraham's career at Chelsea, and that would be a shame to see, because he's a big part of us getting top 4 last season. He did score 15 goals in the league. I know a lot of people say that he's not good enough, and maybe you're right, maybe you're not. Whatever your opinion on it is, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but this would be an insane signing. Then further down in this article, another crazy piece of news. Chelsea are planning to take advantage of Paulo Dybala's contractual situation at Juventus and sign the Argentine playmaker on the cheap. And that is just baffling. If we take a look at Dybala, of course, 26 years old, his contract runs out in 2022, so 2 years left. So if we were looking to sign him in the next transfer window in the summer, then he'd have 1 year left on his contract. So maybe we really would see a cheap deal going there, because they know they either take something in the summer or they're set to lose him on a free in a year's time. So they're probably going to take some sort of deal in a year's time, unless he signs an extension or something. But he is 26, he's entering his prime years. We all know Dybala, what a player he can be. Main position is sort of a second striker, so a bit of a cam, can play centre forward and right winger as well. Current market value is about 72 million, but he did peak at about 99 million, so pretty much 100 million while he was at Juventus. But he's gone up and down a little bit, a bit of a rocky road for him. But either way, I mean, if Chelsea signed Paulo Dybala, I don't know our squad is just going to be like an all-star team. I don't see what's happening here. If we've got Kai Havertz, who's playing, where's Paulo Dybala playing? Is he playing in the cam role? Where does that put Kai Havertz? Does that push him further back? We planning on playing Kai Havertz on that right wing, but then what does that mean for Hakim Ziyech? So the only logical thing would be Kai Havertz plays more in a centre mid role, Dybala at the sort of cam role, and then, I don't even know, our team is just attack, attack, attack. There's nothing else to it at that point. So these ones I'd definitely be taken with a pinch of salt. The Erling Haaland one, I'd be surprised if we end up going for him, and if we even can get him for a reasonable price. Dybala possibly could go for a reasonable fee in a year's time. We might see that happen. But what does it mean for Chelsea's squad? Is Dybala going to play ahead of Kai Havertz, who we've just bought for 72 million? Probably not. Are we going to push Kai Havertz right back to a centre mid role alongside someone like Kante or Kovacic or something like that? I mean, maybe, but then that leaves a lot of players that are ready to go forward and not so many that are good at going back. And our defence is probably our biggest issue at the moment. So, I don't know. It's a weird one. These ones definitely take them with a pinch of salt, but they are being reported this way, so maybe. And then just at the end of the video here, I do want to apologise for being gone for probably about a week now. I think it's been, of course, we've had the international break. I've been keeping up to date watching the England games. I've been watching my national team, Wales, all that sort of stuff. I've been watching all the games. It's been very exciting, but I'm very excited for club football to come back. The Premier League, the FA Cup, Champions League is going to be starting up soon. We've got a lot of exciting things to sort of keep up with, so don't worry, all the videos will be coming back. International periods are just, most, club fans sort of aren't that bothered with internationals. I'm okay, I don't mind watching the internationals, but ideally I want to watch my club play Chelsea. So everything should be back to normal soon. Of course, we've got Southampton. I'll be doing a match preview for that, so keep your eyes on that. That's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, if you want to support the channel, hit the join button down below, and you can do that. I really appreciate anyone that does. Thank you very much. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.